It's really nice and warm today. It is actually right now 20 degrees, which for the middle of April in Sweden is extremely good. I have had a good wash, I've had a shave, I feel fresh as a baby. So I'm going to have a wander around, see what I can find around here. Very nice here. Nice little beach and a hut there, which I suspect is some kind of compost toilet, but it's locked. Guess they open that in summer. For some reason there's a brush sticking out by the side of the pathway. I don't know what that's for, cleaning your shoes maybe. Pretty good having your own house on a pontoon. I guess that means you don't need planning permission. And if you get bored, you can just float off. Guess you could put a motor on it, I don't know. I think that's probably the first time I've seen a house on a pontoon. It's pretty cool. This is where I was going to park last night. Something about it just gave me a bad feeling, but now I'm here during the day. I guess it would be all right to park here. There's a few houses around, like that house there. Just felt a bit too close, whereas the other smaller parking where I ended up staying the night felt a bit more secluded. And it didn't feel like I would be disturbing anyone. Not that I disturb anyone, because I'm pretty quiet and I don't really sit outside the van making a noise. But it just felt a bit better being secluded. But maybe this would be all right. I don't know. I just don't like it being nearby to houses. Plus, I can't see that other sign anywhere that says about paying. So either you don't pay in winter, and it's not really winter anymore, but like I said in the last video, Sweden has a very short season, so I guess they count this as still being out of season. So this was a nice surprise. There's a lovely mill behind me, an old mill. Looks like it's just storage or perhaps somewhere that people do artwork or something nowadays. It was lovely with a waterfall behind it. And now I seem to have discovered some kind of secret path. Lord knows where it's taking me. But one of the things that's interesting now the sun's come out is I've got the appetite back to be outdoors again and to walk around. I spend most of my life thinking that I really should do some more exercise, and most of my life also not doing more exercise. So it's a consistent fight within my brain. But when the weather gets better, then I find it a lot easier to go outside and actually move. So what I'm going to try and do is do the famous 10,000 steps a day. I've got a couple of friends, hello Paul and Angie, who have been doing that for a year, and their health levels, well, Angie's anyway, I'm not sure about Paul, but Angie's health levels are through the roof. So I should use them as inspiration. Where am I going to go? Where will I be less likely to be eaten by wolves? I don't know. Let's go up here. Yeah, so I'm going to use Angie as inspiration and try and get out and walk. I did look at gym membership the other day, and it's so expensive. I don't know if it's because I'm in Sweden, but seriously, and there's a lot of parks that have free gym equipment in them. So why you would pay like $1,000 every 6 months to go to a gym is beyond me. Although I do miss going on the cross trainer. I used to quite like that, and the running machines. I like doing those kind of exercises. I always hated doing weights. I hate doing stretches. I really don't understand the point. Well, I do understand the point, but I just find it brain-numbingly boring. And the other thing is, I don't get the high that everyone talks about after exercising. I just think, thank God that's over. I never sort of walk out of a gym and feel like, yes, I feel good. Sunshine does that to me. So that's why I eventually want to live in a warmer climate, because sun comes out, I instantly feel better. And while we're talking about that, I did have a bit of a moan yesterday, didn't I? And I was feeling fairly down, partly because if life was completely up to me, I would not be in Sweden. Having said that, on a day like today, I kind of fool myself because I look at the houses and I think, it's really nice here. I could happily live here. And then I remember that for 99.9% of the time, the weather is absolutely shit. So I really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my two beautiful daughters. Uh-oh, this looks like it might be someone's house. It is someone's house. I think I'll leave. Yeah, so I wouldn't be in Sweden if it wasn't for those two. But well, my oldest daughter, she's self-sufficient now, but my younger daughter has a few struggles, and I need to be here to help her. So what I want doesn't matter. It's what she needs that's most important. So that's why I'm in Sweden, and we'll be here for the foreseeable future until such a time I can start being a bit freer again. But in between times, I am going to try and keep getting away. Last year, unfortunately, I wasn't filming much for YouTube. Having said that, I did go to America last year, and I drove from Los Angeles all the way to Washington, DC, and then around Jersey, and did the Bruce Springsteen tour of all the places he's sung about. Went to New York, again, been there before. But I've got to say, California, where I'd never been, was absolutely amazing, and so was Nevada. I really want to go back there and drive around. So that will be something I'll do. I did film while I was there. I have quite a lot of film, and I need to edit it. So at some point I will get all of that edited. I have been doing it slowly. And once all that's edited, then I'll upload the videos of the epic road trip last year, the Grand Canyon Oh my God, probably the most amazing place I've been on this planet. I'm back on the bridge now going across the stream down to the mill. And I don't trust it in the slightest. I'm over. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I've been feeling a bit down recently, because Sweden isn't my first choice of place to be. However, it's my own stupid fault, so I can't really complain. But sometimes when it's tough, and it has been tough recently, I get a bit down and I get a bit lonely. But like I say, the sun came out, so things feel a lot better today, and having a nice wander around, I think, is probably doing wonders for me too, because I have been very much inside the van and haven't really felt like doing anything much recently due to my mood, apart from the videos that you see where I pretend everything's happy and wonderful, which, to be fair, it is quite a lot of the time. I have struggled with depression in the past. It's been an ever-present struggle, but actually recently I've been feeling much more on top of it, and I've kind of felt like this year, even though I'm really not doing anything that I would like to do, I've been in a much better frame of mind. Whether that's because last year I did a lot of things that I really, really wanted to achieve, and even though I've had to stop doing them, I think maybe that has had a positive effect on me. Anyway, that's enough about my inner psychological turmoils. I'm going to try and figure out if I can get to the beach that's over there. I'm guessing there must be a way through there. Okay, I can get through this bit. It's kind of blocked off here, but I think if I go up over the cliff, I might be able to get through. It's a bit boggy. I thought I'd climb up the hill and go through the woods on the way back, but I'm not so sure it was a good idea. I have no idea where I am. Okay, I found a road, so I guess I am going to survive. thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I need to say a great big thank you to my Litre Legends. That is Alex Olsen and Josephine Hartung. Thank you very much to you two. You're keeping the channel going. If you're interested in becoming a Litre Legend, just look in the description below where you will see a link to buy me a coffee. And for £5 a month, count them, £5 a month, you can also, I know that was 4, all right, I know it was a joke, okay, don't at me. You can also become a Litre Legend, which will mean you will get early access to these videos, also some behind the scenes stuff like how many times I had to record this before I got it right, and also other stuff, whatever. You can also buy me a coffee, and I would like to thank Yana Marvinin. Thank you very much for buying me a coffee after last week's video. All the contributions go towards the channel. I'm currently saving up for a better camera, so if you want to support me, please do if you enjoy the videos. If you don't, you can just subscribe. That costs nothing. It costs absolutely zero to subscribe, but it does help. So please do press on the subscribe button, which you'll find just underneath the video. And if you've got any comments, please leave them below. Next week, I'm going to be heading into the deepest, darkest Swedish countryside. So stay tuned for that. That should be out next weekend. But for now, thank you once again for watching this video, and I will see you next time.